My name is Virgil Phipps. I'm the owner of Prosperity Express LLC. You can get more information at prosperityexpressllc.com for logistics and transportation. You can also give me a call personally on my cell phone, 614-906-1066.
What's up, y'all? My name is Adrian McGee. I'm the Systems Business Coach. I'm the CEO of Systems Acceleration in the Grind Season and also the co-owner of Adrian McGee Management. Y'all can find me on Instagram at The Grind Season. On Facebook, you can find me at Adrian McGee-Systems Acceleration.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's T, aka Manifest T. I'm here to tell y'all I have a business, Art of Capital Consultant. Sign up, get your credit repaired, learn about how to utilize credit, as well as I have a stock trading option community. It's called the iRock Community. Check us out at www.iRockCommunity. You can reach me on Instagram at Mr. Arter, M-R-A-R-T-3-R. Once again, M-R-A-R-T-3-R.
Are you ready? What's up, everybody? It's Jamaa Cox here with 9th and Liberty Avenue. I specialize in doing credit repair and in setting up business credit. I like to think of myself as the bridge between having a bad car, bad home, and to having a good car and a good home, among other things. Tap in with us on Instagram at 9th Liberty Avenue. Also, you can reach me at cool_Jamaa on Instagram. Facebook is Jamaa Cox. And you can also tap in with us at 9thLibertyAvenue.com. It's all based on your personal credit, more so, as far as taking off where business credit is concerned. You can start off slower, you can start off fast. If you got good personal credit, then you can get there a lot faster to that $100K or even $1 million lines of credit if you got good personal credit.
Yeah, no, he killing the game in the trucking. Like
Okay.
that's I mean, he got a lot of investments, but the trucking game is where what he's known for. He specializes in Adrian systems. He running systems acceleration right now, where he clean out people's businesses.
Okay.
And go straight, man. But we about to make some money. Everybody gonna make some money in here. Like I'm trying to tell you, it's a powerful room right now. You know, so I'm excited to be here and let's learn.
I brought everybody together this morning to discuss business credit and also trading stock options. So we about to level up, make a lot of money, and have a mini mastermind that's going to turn into something big. So this is just only the beginning for what's to come. Got my man T, who's what I like to call an expert in the stock option space.
Appreciate it. I link with Jamaa. My name's T. I link with Jamaa. We've been texting. Rick's been in there. We just conversated about option trading, and then he told me his field was business credit. So I'm like, oh, we need to exchange knowledge. But what was dope about it was we offered to pay for each other's services. You get what I'm saying? And that's good in our community, because a lot of people try to shortchange people's expertise. So we said, nah, we just need to link up. He's around some guys that's doing some things that's some hitters. I'm around some guys that's doing some things that's some hitters. And we just need to link up, create a mastermind, and then just blow everything up, and we could all become billionaires. Well, hold on, we got a millionaire in the room. My bad, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Virgil. My bad, Virgil. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I appreciate it. Sure.
Let's make sure we're hitting all the pieces from the structure of the business before we even jump into these activities. So you said D&B, that's one.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously LLC.
Yeah.
Just so people clearly understand, for the sake of the video, included in the LLC, there's different factors, or key factors, should I say, that goes into just having an LLC. Most people think that, I'm setting up an LLC and I got a business. Well, you definitely want to set the LLC up, but the key factors in doing that is having set it up to an address that's separate from your home address. You definitely don't want to have that tied to your home address. You want to have a business phone number. There's various companies out there. I use this company called Call 8, K-A-L-L, the number 8. It's like $5 a month. They give you 800 number, 888 number, whatever it is that you prefer for your business. And then a business website, and also a business email. These are all key factors that you should have into this first step before even setting up an LLC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, solid, man. Okay. LLC, EIN, D&B. And then you also said, after the structure of your business, is this good for the structure of business at a high level?
Absolutely. So once you have these 3 things set up, then you can start to go into building out with like the net 30 accounts. So like, off the top of my head, I'm gonna give you three very important net 30s. One being Quill.com. Quill.com is perfect because you can buy just stuff, anything, like, I mean, whatever it is that you're gonna use for your normal household stuff, tissue. You can literally go here, spend $50 a month with them. They're gonna report to Dun & Bradstreet, and for sure, Experian business. You'll get start to establish a paydex score there. And with just spending, I think the minimum is $50, you get free shipping with that too. So typically, we're gonna spend $50 a month on just basic household needs or whatever. So they good for that. Second, always recommend Shell Fleet. So gas station Shell. If you go in there, fill out the application for them. We all buy gas anyway on the daily. It's another must-have. You was gonna spend money on buying gas anyway, so just establish the account with them. Use this to buy your gas because now you, on the flip side, you start to, run it up again.
Does that ask you to have a personal guarantee?
No personal guarantee. And these are all net 30s.
Okay, cool.
So for net 30 accounts, you typically don't need to personally guarantee it.
Okay.
The third one is Uline. Office supplies, I mean, like just stuff in general. If you need rugs, whatever, you go here. I think it's a little bit different. I think it's $100 with Uline and you get free shipping. But these are just a couple of net 30s to establish, but these will get you that paydex score that you need so that once you start working these, you can start to move into those high limit cards. And we get into that. So
Okay.
Keys.
At what point, so we don't need good personal credit at this point, right?
no, you just need these things here
Okay.
to establish these things.
Okay. Now, after these are established, next, that's when you jump into what's next after this? Once we got these, what else do we need to start? Let's say we're trying to get to a path to 100K in business funding.
Okay.
All right. So after we got these set up, what's next?
All right, so after you got these set up, then you want to start going into those high limit credit cards.
Okay. So next is high limit. So we get into the high limit. Now, for this though, let's think about just timeline. So we know how long this will take. That's like a week or two. We can immediately jump into net 30. There's no bottleneck between these two?
Nope, immediately. So as soon as your DUNS number come back, you can start to go online and apply for these net 30.
Okay, cool. Now for this, what's the bottleneck between these two?
Well, so it's actually the same process if you have good personal credit. Right?
Got you.
So
I'll ask you that.
yeah,
The personal
you
credit.
have to, in order to even touch those high limits, unless the only other way around that is to operate these for, I would say, at least a year. Because then you can start to apply for not personal, but high limit cards without using the personal guarantee.
Okay.
Because your foundation and the paydex score is a little bit strong because you've been operating for like a full year, let's just say.
Now, my question would be, so personal credit has to be good. What is considered?
So 700 or better. Good payment history, I would say for at least 2 years on the personal side. And that's pretty much it. You off to the races with that.
Okay.
Okay, cool. 700.
So 700 plus.
700 plus. Okay.
All right.
So we got the 700 plus. Now run us the plays for this. We're gonna fill this board up, right? Actually, we're just gonna come down here. So for the high limits, what's the first? How many cars should we go after?
You go after as many as you want.
Okay, let's
Okay.
say 5. What's a good target?
No, we're trying to get to 100K, so that's however many can get us to 100K.
Is this the way we want to? Do we want to get the 100K through this or lines of credit?
Through this.
Okay, okay.
Because I can, outside all of this, I can show you how to liquidate and pull money from those cards to
I need
fund.
that. I need to
fund those projects.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get it. So what's the first card we should go for?
I will go with Chase Inc. Great reward points. They give out bonus reward points if you spend like a certain amount in the first 90 days. So they're excellent for that, and I love their rewards.
Okay.
Second, I will go with American Express. And this is in my order.
AMEX.
Yeah. Off the map, I can't spell though.
Nah, when you say it's in your order stuff, you the GOAT.
Third one, no, I ain't the GOAT, but I'm just good at what I do. The third one is Capital One Spark. Now, I will say this about Capital One Spark. They're a little bit funny because they report to both sides. I don't particularly like that about them, but they got good rewards too, and they give pretty good limits.
So
I don't like the fact that those balances get reported on the personal side. So I just kind of leave that up in the air. I don't really use my Spark card that much just because of that, but that's kind of, I'll leave that up to y'all if y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, apply for that. The third one is U.S. Bank. Or the fourth one, I'm sorry. The fourth one will be U.S. Bank.
Okay, yeah. U.S. Bank.
U.S. Bank usually giving it up anywhere from like 5 to maybe 30, maybe more. Just depending on the income, you know, whatever it is that you're bringing in. That kind
Personal side though, right?
No, business side.
Oh, business? Okay.
Because all of the questions that they're going to ask is all about your business. The only thing on the personal side that they're using is your social security number.
Okay.
So they're just basically seeing your worthiness on the personal side to even, you know, just issue these cards. But all of the numbers, the limits that they're going to give you are going to be based on the numbers that you're putting in, that your business brings in.
Is that historic data or is it going to be even if it's for our projections? What do we use for our numbers?
That's up to you.
Can you fluff it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, bet.
Like I said, play with the numbers.
Okay.
But that's up to you. You know, whatever you put in is what you put in.
Okay. I got you. Now, how about, you ain't say Navy Federal?
Not yet. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
He giving it to you.
I know.
It out.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot.
got you.
So we'll go with Navy Federal next since you bought Navy Federal.
Okay. Shoot, I'm like, did I make the right move by getting Navy Federal first?
You know, I was still fresh in the game when I told you to get the Navy.
Yeah. All right, so Navy Fed. All right.
The next one is Divvy, D-I-V-V-Y. They got it popping right now, Divvy. And they're probably giving out the highest limits out of all of these. But again, they go is D-I-V-V-Y.
They put some respect on that name right there. You said that's the highest limits out of all.
Yeah, they give up
I
I think up to like 400,000. But with Divvy, it's a little bit funny because they give out limits based on how much money you got in your business bank account. So again, you know, they just want to see it. It's just like literally a snapshot of how much money you got in there. They don't care how long it's been there for, whatever, what kind of business you're doing. They just want to see that you got money sitting in this account. So I would recommend the more money you could take to sit in an account, the higher limit that they're going to give up.
And how long does that bread have to sit in there? Yeah, I know
It could be there for 30 seconds. It don't matter.
Oh.
They just need to see the money in that account. That's it.
Oh, so when you do the application, have the bread in there.
Yeah, so because they're going to ask you to connect your online bank account with
Okay.
their portal, and that's how they verify and see, you know, what's sitting in the account.
Are they the only one that do that?
That I know
Versus
of.
the other one?
Yeah, these other ones they don't do that. This company here, but with them, they almost operate similar to these terms. So a net 30 account is an account that has to be paid back in 30 days.
The full balance?
The full balance.
Okay.
All of these except for American Express, you can just make minimum monthly payments on.
Okay, I got you. So Divvy is net 30 though, whatever you
It's similar to these terms.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure as far as if they want the entire balance back in that time frame, but they operate on similar terms. as
Okay.
net 30.
Which one of those banks? Because some of the banks I heard will reevaluate your application or your credit limit over time and adjust it so that you might
Well,
come in.
well,
at a
well. You
certain
always.
point
So
where
I
you
would say
might go
this: always be truthful with them, because they may come back and audit you and say, "Send us your tax return," and whatever it is that you applied for or said on the application in the beginning, as far as how much you make, Amex may want to come back and take a look and say, "Okay, show us your tax return because we want to see that you really, you know what I'm saying, making what you say that you made." Chase is a little bit funny on the personal side. I can't speak for them on the business side. But I know on the personal side, if you apply for a Chase card, I think it's like 5. They will lower your limit or even take the account away entirely on the personal side if you've opened up more than 5 credit card accounts in 2 years.
Say that one more time, please.
again.
Which one?
Chase. Chase real funny style.
Okay, yeah.
On the personal side, I can't speak for them operating like this on the business side.
Because I know the Navy Fed play, they got that 3 statements in 90 days or whatever, where you can open up a card each 90 days, right?
Okay.
Is that on the personal side?
I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, it's called a 3 and 90. I just remember that play. That's why I opened Navy Fed. And I got
Okay.
to 18 and I'm trying to get to 30. But no, this is some keys right here.
Okay.
So this alone though, just thinking of the goals and the targets, just following this process.
It'll get you that 100K. So we
Okay.
we just strictly talking about that threshold, that $100,000, right?
Okay.
So it's gonna get you that 100,000. And another one of my favorites is, we'll just make this the last one. It's called Capital on Tap. You familiar with Capital on Tap?
Yeah,
You
I'm
hip to that?
familiar with it. I remember I seen somebody posted in the group. I haven't did. Only play I did that's on this board is the Navy Federal, but I was gonna get the Amex next because you said you can get the 3 cards.
Yeah. One pool, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but the Capital on Tap, like you said, they report to both sides. That's why I was iffy about it.
I don't think so.
Is that?
Cause I got 18. I got like 18 with them.
You got 18?
Yeah.
Hey, that's the one that's overseas, right? Capital on Tap?
No, the people I spoke. In fact, they called me too, cause they'll call to verify that kind of thing. But
Okay.
yeah. But with them too, they operate on similar terms as well as the Net 30.
Okay.
But it's cool because you know.
They're located in London.
Oh, they are in London.
They're
Okay.
located in London. Yeah, that's the ones I was talking about. But if they don't, okay, somebody must have given them all wrong information. They said it was on the personal side too. That's why I was iffy.
No, I haven't seen anything.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey,
On the
look,
personal side, and I'm speaking from my own experience.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I trust your word.
But yeah, they're good too on the business side. So yeah, with all of these together, you really there at that $100,000 threshold that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This will get you there if everything else is lined up properly, like we
I need to take a picture.
structured.
Got you. Okay. And I'm gonna remap all this out. I'll send it to everybody too, like so it'll be more. Cause only I can understand my handwriting. I already know.
Yeah.
So I got you on
Yeah,
that
your
one.
handwriting is bad.
Oh, you already know.
My God.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is the play. All right. What's we good here?
Yeah, we good here, but let's just put it out there too.
Yeah.
Because as I was explaining on, and Navy Federal may even be good for this too. I don't know. But I know as far as the vehicle loans, Bank of America, if you got at least, I think it's a 690, they doing up to 125,000 for vehicle loans. But like I said, that could help on the trucking side of things because you might be able to go and get more vehicles
Are they?
And it's under the business, right?
under your company. It's
Are they
all
making you
this
give
is
them
all
the title
business.
immediately?
I love it, bro. I
Are
love it.
they making you on the title immediately, or is it after the 90?
Yeah, so it's a couple of different ways that they work. One of them is they'll make you shop inside their network of dealers.
Okay.
Second, you could go find your own dealer, but you just got to set up like whatever it is. So let's just say, for example, I'll go to you saying, hey, I got this letter from Bank of America. I want to purchase these 2 vehicles. You would write it up and whatever paperwork you give
Well, so I
me.
can get multiple vehicles.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, I mean, if you get 125, you can get as many. I mean, you can go get 4 cars for 25 grand, or
We gotta
5
do
cars
that.
for 25 grand.
We
either.
gotta do that.
Yeah.
You gotta know cars.
So and then Alliant Credit Union is the second one that I know for sure.
So you said BOA?
Yeah, BOA. Put 125 next to that one.
They require 3 months. What's their requirements?
There's definitely a personal guarantee, for sure.
Like you gotta have like your business account with them for a certain amount of time.
No, you don't need an account with them.
Nah, he
Oh, you
takes
don't?
it.
No account with them.
Oh, okay. You just have to personal guarantee it though. That's the.
That's it. Yeah.
But
your
it don't
personal
report on
guarantee-
your.
No.
Oh, that's love.
No.
Yeah, that's love. So I don't know my BOA for nothing then. Because I got a BOA account now.
Yeah, that is you can come in off the street.
That's love.
And technically, since you got it under the business name, you could write off your car payments on your taxes, right?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Gang,
And then they ask for some docs. I forget because I actually ran this play. I just never used it. Back in June. I forget the docs that they asked for, but we know how to
Yeah.
put them docs together.
Okay.
And then Alliant Credit Union.
my virtual assistant ought to put the docs
Yeah,
together.
we know how to.
Yeah.
Alliant Credit Union is another one, and they're also good on the personal side too. I got them.
That's the one where you said that you just give a $5 donation. You go on the
Yeah.
account, right? Okay.
They out of Atlanta.
And you don't need an account with them. Same thing. Just go.
No,
for
you have to have an account here.
Okay.
Now the difference is between the two. You have to have an account here, but you also have to be down with Alliant Credit Union for at least 6 months.
Okay.
And the reason for that is, so for example, if you were to take out this, and they're doing up to 150,000, so let me put that in there first. It's 150,000 for vehicle loans, but they make you shop inside their network if you haven't been a customer of theirs for at least 6 months. So anything outside of that 6 months, you can go to your own dealer.
Oh, but just within that 6 month time frame, you have to go
You
through.
got to shop with their.
Okay. I got you. Where are they located? Are they?
They out of Atlanta.
Okay. Smooth.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Chicago.
Chicago. Okay. Now let me ask you this. So, because we're running through this net 30 high limit, right? So we go out, we got this 100K in funding. All right. How long before we need to go into vehicle loan? Is it immediately?
You can do that immediately too.
Okay.
So all of this stuff, literally,
Boost that down.
once you get this is the most important thing right here.
Okay.
Once you get this established, all of this stuff can be done in a day. You can literally run all of these plays in one day.
Okay.
Cause so like Chase, for example, Chase is gonna pull from TransUnion. Navy, they're gonna pull from TransUnion. That's 2 inquiries. U.S. Bank is a 3rd one. I forget Capital One, who they pull from. So, and this is Experian. So we talking, that's 4 cards right there. With,
Hey,
and
can
then
we write that down? Which credit bureaus is which?
He gonna write it all down. He gonna write it all
this is
down.
Experian. Amex is Experian.
Okay.
I got
You-
a list of that.
Oh,
I got the list.
You got the okay.
All right, you got the list. All right. Cool.
And that's what. And another cool thing about American Express is, so like let's just say today you apply for the gold, and then like next week you want to go back for the platinum. That they're gonna use the same pool for 30 days.
Yeah. That's a fact.
They go off the
I forgot all
one
about
pool
that.
for 30 days, so you can
Okay.
literally just go back and it's not gonna be a new inquiry.
Okay.
But
We're gonna do it. That's what
with all of that said, no matter how many inquiries you running up in a day, after 30 days, you just get them taken off anyway.
That's why I told you. I don't want to interrupt you. That's why I told
After
you.
30 days.
That's why I told you sign up for the
Yeah.
credit union. Just have her just utilize that to do the hard acquirers. The credit's already good, so she can get the hard acquirers.
Okay. Fire, man. All right, so these are the vehicle loans. All right. Any more on the vehicles?
Only these that I know of, but like I said, Navy Federal, and I'm not entirely sure, but I know on the personal side they do give out the vehicle loans like high limit. I think they do up to like 100,000 on the personal side. On the
Okay.
business side, it's just simply a phone call. Call them and ask them.
Okay.
But I mean, this is like literally with all of this entirely. This is easily probably $350,000 right here. just alone, all of this, all of this alone is like easily, you know, just depending on what you get approved for and that kind of thing. But
Look, that's amazing.
Virgil Virgil got a question.
Yeah, I already got the AMX for my personal, for the platinum. But I want to do the business platinum. You think they'll give it to me based off of me being in their system for 3 years or more?
I don't know. You know, I like to think that they would.
Okay.
But again, this is going based on your business, whatever it is. So, okay, I'll say this. If you were applying for another Amex card on the personal side, you were more likely to get it because of that relationship that you already have.
Mm-hmm.
But with your business being separate from you, I can't say that, yeah, they'll do it based on that relationship. You know what I mean?
Okay. Gotcha.
Because it's just separate. It's just you and your business.
It's worth a try though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you still run it. You want to run it for sure. Okay. Yeah.
Gotta make sure.
Okay, cool, man. So we know how to get 100K plus. We know how to get the vehicle loans. So now the next thing is you got to give us a few plays to liquidate these bad boys and the rewards, because I know you got both of them.
Yeah. Well, man.
So I took a picture too early.
So okay.
Man, we got the video.
Right.
All right. So here's what I say. Before we even get into liquidating these cards, this is what I'll say on this side of things, because I know a lot of people been doing Turo. I think when I was on the phone with the two of y'all a couple of weeks ago, we was even talking about Turo and that kind of thing.
Yep.
So even if, let's just say, you weren't interested in using this for your trucking business to go out and get more trucks, you can just still take this same money and go out and get, you know, a few different cars, and you list them on Turo, and you liquidate over here to fund other projects, whether it be trading, it be real estate, it be whatever, trucking. This can pay that back for you while you setting up, doing your running your other plays and that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because just think about it like, so let's just say, for example, you got 3 cars over here with BOA, right? And then you went and got 3 cars over here. That's 6 vehicles. And let's just say at minimum you was doing $100 on each vehicle per day on the Turo side, and they all went out for 10 days a month. Well, that's $1,000 each vehicle. That's $6,000 a month by itself. I'm pretty sure $6,000 a month is going to take care of both of these loans each month, plus make the payments over here on these while you got that other money working. Trades
And you get the rewards at the same time.
and you reaping those
He
rewards.
talking spicy right now. That's what I like to see. And Amazon going back up while he on the chart, so he's gonna be happy.
Hey, you keep watching that for me.
So that's just an option. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so we got that part down to create an income to pay these back while you go out and you liquidate or whatever. What I usually do myself personally with my Amex card, I invoice myself like $1,000 a day from between my 2 business PayPal accounts, just to increase my spending limits. I don't really have to use this Amex card that much just because I don't really need it just yet, but I use it just to continue to reap the rewards from it, and then also increase the spending limits as well. So one of the plays that I like the most is, we all know about like going to Costco, you know, running that play with with buying those MacBooks and that kind of thing too. But also develop.
Hold up. Nah, we don't know that.
No,
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, all right.
Be
Costco.
assuming, don't be
Nah,
assuming
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
now.
Even I
I'm still at
AMX.
no, I'm still at invoicing yourself.
Yeah.
We got this
How you
over
do
there.
that?
No, that's raw. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just invoice. So I got like 2 business PayPal accounts. So I'll invoice myself from one to the other and just kind of pay.
The little small fee because the reward is
Yeah,
gone.
you know what I'm
That's
saying? I'll pay it back and forth. Now I'm also working on something, so I'm in a jump ship, but I'm also working on something else. In fact, it's damn near set in stone, so I could really kind of speak on it. Where I have a guy out of Atlanta who's pretty much set me up where with the credit card systems, So, for example, I can take, he can invoice me or charge my car for a service, whatever service he chose to, for like $5,000, right? And we just kind of like manufacture spin that way too. You know what I'm saying? So the play
that we was talking about.
That's so wrong. Yeah, he was telling.
yeah, so it'll be like it'll be for a small fee. So for example, when you go buy a shirt, let's just say you go to Burberry, you buy a shirt, right? Burberry is gonna their credit card fee, whatever it is that they're being charged per swipe, is already rolled into the cost of that shirt, right?
Sure.
So he's able to give us the lowest fee that you're gonna get anywhere. You can't go anywhere else and get a lower fee for using your credit card, right? So it may be somewhere between, like, let's just say 1% with like a 30-cent transaction fee. So what's 1% on 5,000? I ain't that good.
$5.
So you're paying $5 plus, so $5.30. I swipe with you.
$50.
It is $50.
Is it 50?
I was still calculating.
It is $50.
It is $50.
So you basically just run me that money, you know what I'm saying, that money back. So we just kind of
So
swiping with one another.
I don't mean to cut you off, bro, because I want to make sure I capture this. So we caught the first one for using the vehicle loans to purchase cars for Turo and pay the high limit cards with the profits.
Right. So yes, because you're pulling cash from these cars. We liquidating without having to pay that fee that these companies charge for pulling cash from, the credit cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Virgil
that's
got-
another.
Virgil got some questions. We got questions over here too.
I
So-
got
How do you pull the cash off of these cars?
That's what I was about to ask.
You doing it
He
next
asking clarifying questions.
Okay,
I see where
That's
he's going.
exactly what I was asking.
He
Alright,
can
so
give directions.
so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get back on track now because I jumped shit for a second. But what I was saying, like with the Costco play, like and Sam's Club too. So it's kind of, we can combine these two. With Costco, you'll simply just go to Costco, buy a couple of MacBooks. They like $2,200 a piece, right? You buy 2 of them because I think the limit is 2.
With what card? One of
Okay.
these cards?
Yeah, if you're using Amex, you got to do it online because they don't accept Amex in store. So Chase for sure, it's because it's a Visa. In store, Costco only accepts Visa. They accept MasterCard in store, but it has to be used as a debit, right?
Okay.
All right. So you can use your Chase card. You can go in there because it's a Visa, and let's just say for the 2 MacBooks, it's $4,500. You're going to take your Chase card and tell the cashier, I'm putting $4,300 on the Chase, putting the other $200 on the debit card.
Manufacturer spending?
Right. All right. So real quick, as a quick recap, the keys to starting a business and then also obtaining funding for those businesses and then putting the funding to work for you to make more money. So we got up top structuring your company starting with an LLC, your EIN number, and then your Dun & Bradstreet. We gave out 3 Net 30 accounts that you should also start with, which is Quill.com, Shell Fleet, and Uline, and then going out from there using your personal credit to obtain high limit credit cards on the business side. And a few of those that we gave out was Chase, American Express, US Bank, and Capital One. From there, once you obtain the high limit credit cards, you can also go out and obtain vehicle loans. Bank of America is doing up to $125,000 right now, and then you have Alliant Credit Union, which is doing up to $150,000 right now. You can take both of those loans combined, go out and accumulate several vehicles, place them on Turo to create an income while you liquidate the high limit credit cards and put that money to work for other businesses.
You can hold a long-term contract and because it's normally involved based off history. But here's the thing: if you don't have a lot of money in your account and you're just playing with your money, I don't want to hold my funds up. I want to play with the funds that I have available and make the money that I have available. So today, for a contract for Amazon, same day. I'm not recommending do the same days. I'm not recommending that because I told him I was doing the same day. He was like, "I'm not doing the same day." But what happened was, I was driving. They can attest to this. I was driving, and when the market opened, I said, "Hey man, look at the market. Let me know what you see." So he was like, "Oh, it's going down." But I watched Amazon so much. Amazon always drops in the beginning of the day. I've got burned so many times by Amazon that it drops at least $10 in the beginning of the day. So what transpired was it dropped, and then I went and looked at I didn't have my trading view up, but I looked at the analysis on Amazon, and then I seen the resistance and the support band right there. I mean, not trading view, I'm sorry, but I'm jumping into Thinkorswim. But I trade on Weevil because I mean that's all I've been trading on. So it was at the bottom. So then I checked the RSI. I couldn't look at the trend lines or any other indicators when I checked the RSI, and the RSI was shooting up. So I looked at the contract for Amazon, it was $1,200. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get in there same day. It's going back up $5 to get me $5 per contract. That get me like $1,500. So I bought 4 contracts while driving. It was at $33.99. I called it to go to 3,400. That baby skyrocketed to 3,405 within what? A minute?
Like a minute, yeah.
Like a minute. I was like, oh, I'm up 950. And then
In 1 minute. That's why I was telling these guys.
in 1 minute.
How many you say you bought?
I bought 4 contracts.
4 contracts.
So,
you
cause
can put trading view on your phone too.
Mhm.
Oh.
yeah, but I was driving, so I was driving.
I got it on my phone.
Yeah, I was driving. So when I was driving, I was like, all right, now it's going back up. So what I did was I bought the 4 contracts, and then within a minute, it jumped up to 950. I was like, oh, I'm up 950. So then after it jumped up, I'm about to pull out at the 950. I click close. I went to my pay location. I showed you. I don't like the cap.
I was just in the car. You was actually
I
driving.
was
You're different kind of beast.
right.
Going up the highway.
So
You on the freeway.
So look, I pulled the contract same day. I want to try to pull out. It jumped to 1,500 when I pulled out. I wanted it at the 1,000 mark. Yeah, I wanted it at the 1,000 mark. It's at the top. That's the same day contract. So I pulled out and I made 1,500 in 2 minutes while driving. So if I can make 1,500, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, today my off day. They wouldn't have paid me that much in one day. I could have worked 24 hours and I wouldn't have made that. So why not buy back my freedom if I'm able to make something like that in a short period of time with some knowledge? And that's what I'm trying to, I'm giving back the game because they forced me to teach them.
I would have too.
Oh, y'all pulled up.
Yeah, they forced me. Because I did a 30-day challenge to make $100 a day, and I was very successful with it. I ended up walking away with $1,400 for the month, and that's when I knew that I could take it to the next level. But I kept sending him, like I was hitting. They was like, all right, you gonna show us? They forced me to sit with them for a week. I'm talking about, he popped up at my crib and I told him don't come over the house. I said I'm gonna be late. Go over his house. He came to my house. And then that's the day I made $600 walking up the steps. So, okay, so we good to go. Okay, so this is my IROC community. It's the name of my mentor who trained me. And this is my trading strategy quick guide that I utilize on my graph. So you want to scroll down a little bit. I use the half trend strategy. I use Heikenasi trend strategy, EMA/MA crossover strategy, which is oldest. That's like the oldest strategy in the book, and I use the RSI. So if you scroll down, this is the half trend strategy. Basically, it explains it. If you see it, it's kind of elementary. The reason why I break it down like this, I could read this paragraph, but I'm gonna just break it down in layman's terms. When it changes color, Virgil actually showed me this. It changes color when the trend is strong. So if it's going up, obviously it's changing white, and once it goes down, it changes red. It's an indicator showing me that's which way the stock is going. So if you see something simply changing colors, I mean, in your mind, that's a target for an entry point, possibly. But you got to be careful because it may change red, but it can change back white immediately. It's like a pump fake. It's called a pump fake. So if you scroll down, basically what I tell my students, I say I use this indicator to confirm when to get in and out. I said, and the strategy is used for watch how strong the trend is. So if you want to go to the Amazon chart, you want to go to the Amazon chart, you can see it right here. You can just blow it up a little bit. So if you see it right here, can you scroll over here to right here? You can, actually no, you can come right here. So right here, the RSI is at 50. I don't get in or out between 40 and 60. I don't get in or out. I don't play with it because it can go either way. So this is showing me. So it can go either way. So this is showing me, with it being red, it's showing me it's still in a downward trend. So once you come right here, you can, once you come right here, it went up to 59, and you see it's going into an upward trend. The RSI is confirming because at 60, that's a good time to get in. That's a good time to get in. I'll explain the RSI going forward, but you can see it's an upward trend. Now the half trend line is blue, so you know it's still climbing. So it's a confirmation that this trend is still climbing. This is the minute chart, by the way. This is, I snipe on the minute and I snipe on the 5-minute chart, but I use other charts to confirm. But if we were to look at this, can you go out of that? And go back, click the 4 charts right here, yeah, and go to the back to the 4. And if you were to look at that, so this is climbing over here, but on these other charts, the indicator is still going up. So on the 15-minute chart, the half trend is still going up because it's turning blue. On the 30-minute, now this is the 4-hour chart. I apologize. Can you switch that over to the 30 minutes? You can just click the 4-hour right here. I don't know why. Oh, you know how to do it another way then.
No.
Oh, yeah, I usually just click the 4. Okay, it's fine. So, but look, the trend is still showing blue that it's going up. So now with this confirmation, I got these 3 charts. I use it in percentages. This is 25% telling me that it's going up. This is 50% telling me that it's going up, and this is 75% telling me it's going up. So my percentage is showing me that my graph is going up in an upward trend. So yes, I would get in. Depending on what the RSI is, and the RSI currently is, you want to go back to the minute chart, you can blow the minute chart up. You can blow the minute chart up, right? Yeah.
See, I don't know what to do.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never have 4 up.
Okay.
Like that.
So the minute chart RSI right now is currently at, you can just go off to the side, yeah. So the minute chart RSI is currently, yep, you can go right there. So that's at 50. So as he slowly, you can just move it up. As he slowly goes up, the RSI goes up with it. It hits the 60. Oh, you can keep going. Oh, it's still at 51. 51. See, I'm not getting in. So now it's at 64. I'm going to get in there. And also, it's showing me that it's climbing. So it's slowly climbing. I got in there at 61. The price point was, excuse me, the price was at $33.99. The price point, it opened at $33.99, so I entered at $33.99. So as it continues to go up, you can keep riding it all the way up, probably to when it gets right here. Yeah, we just pull it all the way right here. So, boom. So I stop right here. The half trend is about to change, right? So that's $11 that I profited with that half trend staying that same color. So let me not say $11. The stock went up $11. I'm gonna show y'all how to read how much you can actually make per dollar. It's depending on the delta once you get into the options. So you multiply that by 100, and that's how much per dollar that you can get. So you know the risk of entering this stock. So it changed right here. So it closed at 34.10.25. I would have pulled out. Now it took my profit because now the trend is changing to red. Now there's things called a pump fake, like it just did. It went down for a little bit, and then it continued to go up. But I'm out of there. Sign of red, that's a signal. I'm gone. I don't care. Some money beats no money. So I'm up out of there. So, all right, what's going on, y'all? I'm T, and today I explain how to option trade using multiple strategies. I show how to enter and exit, as well as I showed how to use a half trend line, how to stay in there, and to result of pump fakes. It was pretty simple, man. I gave them an ebook about my strategy, so hopefully they can make some money in the future.
Pocket options, it's the same thing as trading view almost. Well, with these indicators I just put on here last night. But you know, like currency pairs, you got Audi Jappy. These are 2-minute candles. I could take the timer down instead of being in a trade all day and worrying about it's going back and forth. I could do that, or I could. Let's see, I'll go to the stocks. I could take the timer down to 15 seconds, and then I'll just look for direction. Same thing you do in any market, but it's a 15-minute timer. 15 seconds, 15 seconds.
So if that candle goes up and you're correct, what transpires?
I'll click this green, and I'll get 79% of whatever I waged. So if I put $1,000 down, in 15 seconds my payout will be $790. I waged $1. That was 79% of what I waged, so I got 79 cents.
He got 79 cents in 15 seconds because he was right about what he waged.
These are too.
Virgil's about to start doing that. I promise you. I know Virgil.
These are too many candles.
All right, bet, man. So when we think about systems, right? So a lot of people, when they think about systems, they think about technology. Like, oh, it's this technology platform. That's not what systems is just the blueprint for your business, right? So a lot of people, they're operating their business, but they don't have it mapped up how you do things from A to Z. So the first thing to create systems is literally writing down what you do. That's it. So if you're a CEO for your business, the first thing that you need to do is write down everything that you do every single day. And what you do is when you really think about it, because a lot of people haven't sat back and thought about like, oh, this is a system. This is how I do A through Z for the business, right? So when you sit down and you map out, I do this, do that, do that, do that, you get clear on what it is that you're doing. So now you can provide a consistent and effective way of how you do your process. And it's simple, bro. You literally just write it down. That's it. And then once you have your system developed, there's two things you could do with it. You could delegate it or automate it. So if you delegate it, it's literally you hiring somebody, right? You're just bringing someone on your team, you hire them, and now that person can take that steps that you wrote out, and they can do it now. And now what happens is it takes you away from that activity, so now you can focus on more value-added activity. So as a CEO, your one goal is to generate money. You don't need to worry about invoicing. You don't need to worry about any back office support. You don't need to worry about none of that. You want to relieve yourself from those duties so you can go get money. So Verge, you got the trucking company. What could you do if you didn't have to follow the trucks? If you didn't have to take calls from the brokers? If you didn't have to do any of that things, you now could spend your day taking other brokers out to lunch so that you can get contracts for it. You can go out, communicate, have fun, do stuff that you want to do in your business instead of worrying about all the little stuff that you don't want to do. So that's really the focus, man. When we're a CEO of our business, the goal is to do CEO activities. So for a large company, right, the CEOs, they make $350 per hour on average. If you go to a large corporation, you'll never see a CEO schedule a meeting. You'll never see a CEO book their own flight. Because if they are taking an hour away, the company is wasting money because the CEOs get paid $350 an hour to be in meetings, to do that stuff. Every CEO, every high-level position in a corporation, they all have an admin to do those things because an admin, how much do you pay an admin?
Bottom dollar.
How much do you pay an admin? Like 15?
Like 40,000.
The new minimum
40,000. The new minimum wage, right? So you're basically, if a CEO is doing those activities, how much money are you wasting?
Right.
CEO's $350 an hour. Admin is 15. So you're wasting $335 per hour every time that we're doing something that we shouldn't be doing in our business. So that's the mindset that we got to carry. And so as a CEO, it's one thing to have a vision, right?
It's my VA tomorrow.
You need your VA.
Hey, pull up. We got
Look,
He just told me how much money I was waiting. I didn't know I was wasting that.
Facts.
bro, I'm gonna break it down because in the U.S., if you hire a U.S. admin, it's $15 to $17 an hour. If you go to the Philippines, it's $4 to $5 an hour.
They can do the same.
They can do the same thing.
Since we got here. Yeah.
Right.
That's it. Like we've been talking to our VAs all day. They hitting us up like, what can we do? What can we do? Cause like, and now we're like, go train, go figure out how to do more stuff. So now I want you to go from doing $4 an hour activity, but I want to train you to do $20 per hour activity now. I want to teach you how to get leads. I want to teach you how to build revenue for the business. I'm still gonna pay you $4 or $5 an hour, but I trained you to go make thousands of dollars for the business. So that's the key, bro. That's the key when we think about our business, and we got to think about ways. How can I set aside $3,000 so that I can hire someone to operate the business for three months? Then after that, that $1,000 per month that I'm spending to hire that person, I'm 10xing the value from it because now I free myself up from doing the other things. So that's the key, bro. When we think about systems, so when we automate things, how can we use technology so that we don't have to do certain things? So, Bird, you got the truck, right? How can we make it to where your miles are being tracked so that you don't have to think through when the truck needs a PM? You automatically have something that triggers it. You have that in your business right now, though.
Correct.
But there's a lot of trucking companies. My boy that just came over yesterday, he don't have it. He tracks it. He says, oh, the truck was at 400,000 miles. We're at 420 now I need to do it. He needs a system that tells him, like, hey, I don't have to do that anymore. So that's really the mindset, bro, with the business. And I'm gonna break down the structure of how everyone's business. This is for a 7-figure business. This is how you gotta structure it. So you got the CEO at top, right? Every CEO needs an admin. The first person that you need to hire is an admin. That's it. You need an admin reporting to you. The next thing that you need an operations manager.
I want to put some pause real quick.
Uh-huh.
We got a team of 7.
7, yeah.
7. We got a team of 7 members. And with those 7 members, and he thought of this himself. He said, "I need more VAs." I'm like, "For what? They're already doing their job."
You don't need no more VAs. I said, "Nah, bro. I need 2 more."
He going crazy. Hired him immediately.
Mhm.
Go ahead though.
Yeah, man. And so you brought up a good point, because this is how you want to have an operations manager, right? You want this operations manager to help with 3 parts of the business. You want them to help with marketing. So this is how do people know about your product or service? The next piece is you want somebody for sales. How can you convert people that know about your product into paying customers, into buyers? The last piece is fulfillment. So how do we actually deliver the service? This is the operations piece. The goal is to have a person for each one of these positions. So you got an operations manager. This is a duplication of yourself. Someone that's in the grounds getting in.
Not that I thought that would be the
CEO?
no, that meant
The admin is just supporting the CEO, doing everything that the CEO needs, like schedule my meetings,
Order my wife flowers.
Minimum wage
like assistant.
Order my
social
wife
media
flowers.
management. Your
Oh, yeah.
admin should be doing. Your admin should be closer to you. Your admin should be as close to you as your wife.
Facts.
You know where you're at and all of that.
Everything. Your admin need to know what you like, what you do, what you don't like, everything. So that's what you want your admin for. This guy right here, sometimes when you first start your business, you have to be the operations manager. When you first start your business, you're doing all this. So what you want to do is you want to use your specialty. You want to figure out what you're good at doing, and you focus on that. So Verge, you got the trucking, right? So you're good at sales.
Right.
You're good at going out, talking to brokers, building relationships, right? Marketing, you don't really have to do that in trucking too much because you got the load boards. But, so you can take over this part. The part you need help with, one, you need an admin. We know you need an admin.
Facts.
Or you just hire one. You hire one.
Uh,
Fulfillment, this is where you need help with, so you don't have to track the trucks. You don't have to do all these little things. So that's what you would hire, but this is your specialty. You know what I mean? Eventually, you want to hire somebody to do this so that you don't even have to do none of this, and now you can do anything you want in your business. You want to use your specialties, or you can set this business up to sell. We all need to set our businesses up to sell. And the way that you set your business up to sell, boom, 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 boom. You get those positions in, somebody will buy your business immediately. But if you as a CEO are doing all this, your business is not marketable to sell.
Talk that talk.
They don't want you.
That is beautiful.
Talk that
That's how you
talk.
lay it out,
That's
man.
beautiful, because as my brand, I mean, as having a clothing brand, like you said, the same thing. I literally have that as a goal, is to build my business up so I can sell my entire brand.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
So those steps is something that I've never even considered, because I've always thought of being a one-person operation.
Right.
But this is something. This is a game I ain't even really considered.
Bro, when he was telling us, he was telling me, yeah, we need to hire this. I'm like, bro, you wasting money. Such and such already do. He said we spread her too thin. We need her to focus on this.
But with
this,
all
no.
VAs, what part are they playing?
Oh, I'm gonna let him explain his side. 'Cause
Yeah.
we got teams.
Yeah, we got teams. So me and Terry, we got separate businesses. So Terry has credit repair and then his community. So we both have an admin right now. My admin, her name is Princess. She do my social media, she do everything. So she's my admin. I have a guy who does fulfillment. So I go and I build businesses, and in 5 days I build your systems out. I built this structure out, your SOPs, process maps, all that. I develop it, but I need a team to do that. So I just hired someone. I guess I'm kind of like the OM right now, the operations manager. I got 2 guys that's working in this fulfillment now because this takes the most time for the business. So I got a guy who goes in, does the process maps, all that stuff. I got another guy that builds the automations for the customer. Right now, I'm doing sales and marketing. I'm doing my lead gen. I'm converting. I'm taking a sales call. In the next month, I'm getting rid of all this. I'm only going to do this. because I'm going to hire someone that does lead generation. They're going to go get the clients. I'm going to hire a sales rep that's going to take the calls and convert. But I got a high ticket program. My program is like it's going to end up being 5K. It's right now like 2 or 3K. But I can afford to pay a sales rep 20% if you convert this client. I can hire someone from the Philippines that specializes in digital marketing that can push my stuff out. Yeah. So right now I'm doing this, and I hire people to do this. But over the next month, I'm hiring someone for this and that, and I'm going to just be here. Eventually, I'm gonna hire somebody for this.
And all of them considered VA.
I think for this, I'm gonna have to hire someone here. I'm gonna have to hire someone and pay them like
Yeah,
$20
you
an
got
hour.
That's how I got my stuff on autopilot.
Other people.
I ain't think I got my
What's
credit
that?
repair on
You gotta have somebody
autopilot.
to manage the
He's
other.
like, hey, you doing too much.
I would
No,
do, right?
listen,
Mhm.
I hired the first VA.
Yeah.
He came at me and said, you messed up. I said, what you talking about? He said, because you showed me something I'm about to 10 times.
I can hire $4 an hour.
He said, I'm about
What?
to 10 times. And she ran the, I don't touch no credit, nothing.
Mhm.
She does the consulting. She does the paperwork. The bread is there. I just pay her
to
weekly.
do everything.
No, she no.
She came in the
That's
door.
an expert.
She came,
That's very
she
expert.
worked at a law
already,
firm.
yeah,
She worked for
experience.
Experience, and she speak
Yeah.
perfect English.
It's
That's
almost
why I
like-
have her though. I'm saying.
Well,
on the money
I had
side,
the knowledge.
when it
I don't
comes
have the
down
time.
I said if you
want
didn't have her,
your marketing person.
Stand it up, set it up so that they can outsource it or they can get automation. That's what I've been doing in corporate. So I can do this. I can hire someone that's way better in marketing than I am. You know, I mean, I don't know marketing. I didn't go to school for it or anything. But if I hire someone that does it, they're better than me. They're going to bring in more leads than I can bring in myself. So that's when you get to the point where you hire someone that's better than you in these certain areas. But you can't hire someone that's better than you than this. Don't nobody know your business more than you.
Right.
So you hire these people that are better, and then you hire someone that specializes in project management that knows how to facilitate. Like they don't need to know much. They just know how to like, hey, here's the timeline. I'm making sure all y'all are hitting it.
Right.
That's what this person is. This person knows how to get leads. This person knows how to convert people to buyers, and this person knows how to fulfill the service and do your operations. So those are the 3 key pieces. So everyone that has a business, set up this structure, man. Even if you're doing all this right now, you slowly relieve yourself. This is one.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
That's the main thing. One.
Definitely.
This is kind of where you want number 2, someone who's an OM and might specialize in one of these areas. And then you just slowly just remove yourself. And then eventually you just here.
Yeah.
And then you sell the business. Get rid of it. You don't want it no more.
He don't be posting.
But once
I'll
you
be
sell it,
posting.
once you get into
That's
that
my
point,
admin.
it's just basically just turnkey. Hey, it's
I'll
ready
be
to go.
posting.
It's ready to go,
I'm
yeah.
But my
Hey,
business
give me
page
a
doesn't
break.
brand by them.
I've generated 500K a year.
Yeah.
You know, I'll sell
I
to
ain't
you
got
for 10
time.
mil.
You ain't got time for that. You ain't got time for that.
Yeah, I really don't.
You ain't got time for
I
that.
just do it because I have to.
These
But
people set up. That's the thing about it.
Y'all got no idea how
It's
early in the
all
morning I
right.
be getting up to do shit, man.
Yeah, my name is Adrian McGee. I'm the systems business coach. Today was a dope session. My guys gave a lot of value from business financing to option trading and just really getting our minds together for this dope mastermind. And so today I just cover how do you remove yourself from your business in order for it to scale. I went over the process so that you can now work on your business instead of working in your business so that you can stop focusing on low value activity and start working on generating revenue for your business.
I talked to somebody, I want to say about 3 days ago. She was like, "Oh, I'm so thankful my credit's up now." She said, and I told her the same keys. And she said, "I'm gonna pay you for life. I'm gonna charge this as another bill because you have information that I don't know nothing about. Because now I can trade information with you for a service. It's like bartering. If we keep this knowledge inside of the community, then that's how we grow together."